𝙎𝙈𝙊𝙃 back in another video. Hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as that would be deeply appreciated. Share the video to a friend who likes what-ifs or just anime content in general. And with that being said, we can now begin the video. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts and feelings about the video, as well as what-if suggestions. This is 𝙎𝙈𝙃, and what if Naruto ate the 𝘾𝙍𝙈 no Mi? So, what is the 𝘾𝙍𝙈 no Mi? To be simple, it's basically a magma fruit from One Piece, a devil fruit to be exact. Now, what does it allow its user to do? Well, it allows them to become flaming hot, so incredibly hot that it should burn hotter than fire. We can see a few instances of that in the actual story of One Piece. I obviously don't want to spoil anything. This video should be completely spoiler-free for those who watch the anime or even the manga. But with that being said, we can now begin the video. What if Naruto ate the 𝘾𝙍𝙈 no Mi? Also, I completely understand that that was quite the brief introduction. I could have done a longer introduction. I'm very aware of that. But I don't really want to ruin the fruit for those of you who don't exactly know all its properties. I want those to kind of come along as the video goes. With that being said, we can now truly begin the video. Naruto would be laying down in a field with almost nothing around him. That's when his stomach growled, and in front of him, he looked at a tree. The whole time that he had been laying down, he was hungry, and he was staring at a tree that just so happened to have a bright red fruit on it. Naruto believed that it was some sort of weird apple, but that was far from the case. So far that, well, Naruto didn't recognize what kind of fruit it could be. It would be then that this choice of Naruto's would later lead to changing his life entirely. The choice of getting up and actually grabbing the fruit to eat it. Naruto would stand up as he would walk towards the tree. He stared at the fruit. It had all these weird patterns and designs on it, almost like they were trying to form something. It was interesting to Naruto. He then placed his hand firmly on it. He tried to see if he could squeeze it, but he couldn't, which then led him to believe that it was just an ordinary apple. Heck, he wouldn't be able to squeeze an apple, he couldn't squeeze this fruit or vegetable. And so he ate it. And he ate it whole. But as soon as he took his first bite and started chewing on it, he immediately spat it out. But with no money for food, and with no one around judging him if he picked the food back up, no matter how disgusting it was, he continued to eat it. And eat it, and eat it, until there was no more but the stem. Naruto then dropped the stem on the ground and walked away. He was oddly full, but he still felt hungry. It was hard to explain in a way. With that being said, Naruto quickly went to somewhere new, to his apartment. Some time would now pass. How old was Naruto before? Well, he was about 5 years old. Now he is 7 years old. 2 years have now passed. You see, during that time, Naruto had, well, changed. He had figured something out. You see, a few weeks prior to this day, him being 7 years old, he had actually gotten into a fight with a couple of people. And when I say a couple, I don't actually mean a couple, I mean much more than that. About 4 people, all much older than Naruto, about 5 years older than him to be exact, making all of these people 12 years old. They had just passed the academy and decided to get their revenge, as they had now become genins, on the one that was known as the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. The same very Nine Tails that destroyed their families, killed their parents, etc., etc. And so they decided to enact their anger and deal it out with punches on Naruto. Kicks, hits. And before doing anything, Naruto was defenseless. He pleaded with them not to hurt him, but they did anyway. But when they hit Naruto, it was weird. different even. You see, every single time that they hit Naruto, he didn't actually get hit. Their punches went right through him, and when they did, their arms were on fire. Quite literally, they all ended up with third-degree burns just from punching through Naruto. Punching the kid. It was when one of the genin made the hypothesis that maybe Naruto can't actually be hit, and that their attacks were just going through him, that Naruto realized something. If their attacks were going through him, and he felt literally nothing, then what was to stop him from, well, fighting back? If he couldn't get hurt, then what was the point of not doing so? And so he thought about it. He clenched his fist tight, as something weird began to happen. When Naruto focused his energy, his anger, his presence, his aura on his fist, it started to form lava, magma, around his palm. He slowly began to direct this towards the genin in front of him, as he would put his hand high in the sky and slam it down into the ground. Magma then began to sprout from each finger of Naruto's. Slowly but surely, you could no longer see his hand, and it was all but magma. Naruto was now a magma man. The genin said nothing, covering their mouths due to the smoke that was emitted. They didn't know if they should run or call for help or keep attacking. These were some cocky kids, if you will. Naruto didn't know what to believe. Was he now a monster? Was this why? Because he could control lava? Because he was a magma man? A lava man? He could tell that he was different, clearly, than anyone else, but was it because of this power? Naruto had no idea, but he smiled. He smiled even though it was under such unfortunate circumstances. Because although that was the case, he managed to fight for himself. In the past, heck, if Naruto didn't have that ability, then he would have been beaten to smithereens. And he would have been able to do nothing about it. Without a doubt, Naruto was sad that he made the people scared. But he was happy that he fought for himself. That's when somebody appeared. His name, 𝘾𝙍𝙈𝙊𝙃. Hey, Naruto. Huh? Who are you? Lord Third sent me to check up on you. He said it'd be good for the both of us. What? Oh, yeah, we haven't met before. I'm 𝘾𝙍𝙈𝙃. You can just call me Kakashi. And you are? Naruto Uzumaki. Kakashi would go to shake hands with Naruto, immediately pulling away. What the hell? He then looked back at Naruto, whose expression didn't demand anything to be afraid of. Naruto didn't seem angry, nor was he necessarily sad. He just was content. So he didn't know why he was in so much pain from just touching Naruto. Was this possibly the Nine Tails? Kakashi had so many thoughts going through his head, but eventually he would grab Naruto's arm, examining his palm. He could tell that something was off, that there was a certain thing emanating off of it prior to it touching him. Kakashi would then go on to ask Naruto what it was or what had happened. Naruto would go on to tell Kakashi that a group of people had attacked him, and that, well, he started being able to control fire or lava or magma, and that when the people punched him and hit him and attacked him, all of their attacks went through him and just phased out. Kakashi didn't know what to say. He didn't know what to believe, but he also didn't want to scare a young child like Naruto. Keep in mind, Naruto's only 7 years old. So he said nothing. But he was still interested to know something. And so he would take a kunai. He would then stab the kunai in the dirt beneath him. Stab it enough times in the dirt beneath him to make the kunai blunt, so that even if it hit Naruto, it wouldn't pierce him or make him bleed. It's like the difference between a knife hitting you and a blunt bat. If you gently tapped a blunt bat on your skin, it probably wouldn't hurt. If you gently tapped a sharp knife on your skin, and you'd probably feel a bit of a prick. And if you threw it at your skin, the difference, well, you would see it. Kakashi would then ask Naruto if he could throw this kunai at him. Naruto asked why. Kakashi said to figure something out. To figure out why things go through you. Naruto would then nod. Kakashi then would pull the kunai back, right behind him, and throw it towards Naruto. The kunai would go, hitting Naruto, but it didn't hit him. It went right through his body, and, well, fell to the ground. Kakashi then told Naruto to move out of the way so that he could look at the kunai, and when he did, it looked as if it had reverted back to iron, and had quite literally begun to melt. You see, Naruto can't control his devil fruit, so he can't just allow himself to not make things phase through him. Which means that when things try to pierce his body, they just go right through him. In this case, that is a kunai, which happened to quite literally just melt. Huh. That's quite the ability you have. You think so? I know so. It's incredible. No one I know would be able to survive in an attack and just make it phase through them. Can I try something, Naruto? Unfortunately, I have to take off my gloves for that. Kakashi would then take off his gloves. Now, would you mind if we got into a bit of a fight? You mean like a friendly fight? Of course, I would never actually mean to harm you. Kakashi would then gather chakra up in his left fist. In the case that something got out of hand and, well, maybe Naruto turned berserk and that this might have actually been the Nine Tails, then Kakashi would need to be able to send Naruto flying and create space between him and Naruto. But in the meantime, he would tell Naruto that he would only use one hand in their fight. And so he would. But he wouldn't actually hold back. You see, Kakashi had to test. If he sent quite literally a full-powered punch towards Naruto, would his body just phase through it? Would it just, well, not work? And so he would punch Naruto with a full-powered punch, and though Naruto's body would move due to the stun, it wouldn't feel any damage. It was a interesting sensation inside of Naruto, but he felt almost nothing. And, well, Kakashi felt everything, with his hand now completely burning up and sizzling. He then began to cool it down using a water-style jutsu on his, well, literally on his palm, as he would then put back on his glove. You know what, Naruto? You win. What? You're kind of weak, Kakashi. Are you sure that the third Hokage sent you? I'm positive. He sent me. Anyway, I guess I'll be leaving now. Do you want to meet here tomorrow and the next day and maybe even the next day? Like, in this exact same place? Yeah, it's known as training ground number 7. If you needed directions to it at any point. No, I know how to get here from my apartment. Okay, I've got to go. Ninja stuff. Duty calls. But, thank you, Naruto. It was very nice meeting you. No problem, Kakashi. I'm glad I met you too. Glad to hear it. Kakashi would then disappear using the body flicker jutsu, as Naruto would then walk home to his apartment. Before walking home, he felt another sensation of hunger, as he would reach into his pocket to see if he had a coupon. It was expired by a few days, but he dropped it on Tucci's counter, and Tucci smiled. I assume that this is a ramen coupon? Yeah. Don't check the date, though. It's fine. Are you sure about that, Naruto? Naruto said nothing, looking down at the coupon that he placed on the countertop. Well, Tucci would pick it up. August 5th? That is kind of expired, you know? This coupon was only good for, well, July 26th to August 2nd. That's 3 days expired right there. Don't lie to me, okay, Naruto? If it's a used coupon, then that's fine. If it's expired, that's fine. But don't lie, okay? No one likes a dishonest person. And it's not good to be one. Anyway, you can have your ramen. Of course you can. What? Really? I'm not gonna charge you for ramen anymore, actually. Don't worry about it. One day when you get older, you can pay me back. Are you sure? 100%. Actually, if you want to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner here, you can. Gee, thanks. Thanks, old man. Hey, don't call me that. I'm younger than I look, I swear. With that being said, Naruto would finish his ramen in a hurry as he would walk back home, thanking Tucci and running out the door. That kid always leaves in such a hurry. Where is he going? Naruto would then return back to his apartment as, well, he would quickly fall asleep. It was his first true meal in a really long time, and it put him right to sleep. A young Naruto slept for about 8 hours as he woke up, his alarm dinging, and dinging some more. He would then stop his alarm clock as he would get out of bed. This power of mine. I wonder, does it truly belong to me? Naruto would then try to walk, but he couldn't. His body was, well, at least it felt all but paralyzed. He would then fall back into bed. Voice crack right there, my apologies. And when he fell back to bed, or rather into bed, something was off. He no longer could see. But when he tried to open his eyes, he was in a different place. He was in a pit of lava. Naruto believed this to be a bad dream, but it felt surreal. It almost felt as if he was fine, as if he could control this dream. But he looked around and he saw people. A variety of different people. Most of these people were wearing armor. And, well, things that, let's just say, ninja didn't usually wear. Naruto would then ask one of them what their name was. You mean me? My name? Well, my name's 𝙎𝙈𝙊𝙊𝙏𝙃. Don't listen to 𝙎𝙈𝙊𝙃. He's stupid. I'm Sasuke. You should listen to me. No, he shouldn't. He should listen to me. I am Sakazuki. All of them should shut up. You can just call me the Red Dog. And that's what they used to call me anyway. There are so many of you. Yeah. Back in my day, they used to call me Fleet Admiral. But what's your real name? Oh, my real name? Well, it just so happens that all of us, we hail from the same clan. The Akainus. What? You see, our clan was so powerful because we knew where a certain fruit was. It lays inside of Konoha. And if you're here now, that means that you must have eaten it, didn't you? Yeah. Well, why aren't there any other Akainu members that, like, I know of, you know? There's the Aburame, the Akamichi, the Uchiha, of course, the Yamanaka, the Nara clan, the guys with the Inuzuka, but I don't know anything about the, what you call yourselves, the Akainus? Kiddo, that's because we only get one strong member every generation. For as long as one of our strongest members are alive, there can really only be one. You see, by eating that fruit that you ate, one thing you should know, you can't swim. What? I can't swim? Does that mean water messes with me too? You have one weakness. It's water style. Really? Well, kind of. If you happen to fall in seawater, then you can be hit. But water should just be evaporated by your body, so you'd be fine. About that, can you explain that to me? I have no idea about these powers, and actually, how am I even here? Explain that first. You're here because we will it. Every couple of years, another newbie comes along. You're telling me recently people have eaten this fruit before? Of course. The problem is they either die in battle, or the lava eventually consumes them in a blaze. What? You see, the thing is, we're not just special because we know where the 𝙎𝙈𝙊𝙃𝙃 no Mi is. Is that what the fruit's called? A 𝙎𝙈𝙃𝙃 no Mi? Exactly. But we're also a powerful clan because of our chakra. Our chakra varies from normal people because it doesn't only act as an output of something, but as an outlet to storing something. Do you know of the Uzumaki clan? Yeah, my name is Naruto Uzumaki. Well, I don't actually know of them, but I know I am one. Splendid. The Uzumaki for times long have housed the Jinchuriki of the Hidden Leaf Village. The Jinchuriki? Yes, the Jinchuriki. I'm assuming that you are one and that the Nine-Tails lives within you, or your mother, or a cousin, or a relative. I don't have any relatives, so the Nine-Tails must be in me. That would explain why all the villagers hate me. I'm sorry you've had to go through that. It sounds horrible. It was horrible. And it does suck. Anyway, not to disregard your problems, but the point is, just like a Jinchuriki, we can house the fruit. But when normal humans, who don't necessarily have the properties of our chakra, like say an Uzumaki Senju or an Akainu would have, well then the fruit kind of becomes a problem. It starts to quite literally gain its own personality within your body. And although you can call on it whenever you can use its powers consciously or subconsciously, and it will protect you at almost all times without any prior notice, there is a price for that. It is the toll that it takes on one's body. You will not have to worry about that, but that's exactly why so many people who have eaten the fruit have passed away. The people you see in the room are either nobodies who never were able to master its power, more nobodies who never had the affinity for the fruit, or even more nobodies who drowned in the sea. Oh, and some more people from the Akainu clan, of course, that were very strong people as they mastered the fruit. So you think if I master the fruit, I'll become Hokage? It's funny you say that. Well, there was once a... Never mind. Anyway, Yes, I actually set this meeting up with us through our, I guess you could say, spiritual connection. And it was really just to tell you about the fruit. I realized that someone so young had eaten it, and I felt bad, knowing that they died so soon. But you're an Uzumaki, so you won't die. Not soon, at least. Anyway, the powers of the 𝘾𝙍𝙄𝙈𝙄𝙉𝙃 no Mi, they will flow to you. Be creative with your abilities, but know that one thing can harm you. What? Wait, something's wrong. Akainu, stop it! Why are you trying to damage the spiritual connection? Because our worlds shouldn't mix anyways. You've taught this brat enough about the damn fruit. No, don't. Sakazuki, at this point I don't give a damn about what you have to say. Nor do I care about your opinion, Red Dog. Or Sakazuki. None of your opinions matter. But 𝘾𝙍𝙈𝙊𝙃, you can't do this. Yes, I can. But that's Red 𝘾𝙍𝙈𝙊𝙃 to you. I'm going to break the bond between you and this kid, at least for now. He knows enough. So just quit it. But nothing. You can't destroy the bond. He's just a kid. What does this mean? Akainu, talk to me. Red 𝘾𝙍𝙈𝙊𝙃 over there is destroying our link, which means I can't tell you anything more about the fruit. I'm sorry. The one thing that can hurt people who possess the 𝘾𝙍𝙄𝙈𝙃 no Mi is... No! Damn you, 𝘾𝙍𝙈𝙊. Red 𝘾𝙍𝙈𝙊. Naruto would then wake back up. His body was no longer paralyzed and he could move freely. Except he had now been blessed with a variety of knowledge. A vast amount of knowledge which would prove useful in the future. And so, he would stand up, going outside and meeting Kakashi. It would be here that he would explain everything that he learned to Kakashi. Kakashi was dumbfounded. He never knew such a thing existed, and he believed that many people hadn't known. If it was true and so many people had died who used the fruit, then that would make sense, because nobody ever lived long enough to be able to spread, well, the rumors or tales of the fruit. And whenever they grew to prominence, they probably quickly became legend and were killed. Or drowned, or, well, whatever it may be. And of the Akainus who survived for many years, because Naruto met some even from feudal times, back when Hashirama Senju was still young, the thing was that, well, these ninja from the Akainu wouldn't want their secret to be known, because if other people knew where the fruit was, they could basically just hunt the fruit down every single time and eat it constantly, and basically every single time that the fruit user died, they'd be able to know its location and would be able to find it. With that being said, all of this came as a surprise to Kakashi, but the one thing that he thought would be important was for Naruto to begin to control it. And without having to learn how to control it, he could. It was like the fruit finally recognized him as a user. It was like the fruit had an affinity for him now. Naruto would show Kakashi that he had now been able to control his fruit, and that although he hadn't mastered it, although he knew not all the secrets of the fruit that he had eaten, although he didn't know everything, and he wasn't the best, he had control, and that was all that mattered. Kakashi would tell Naruto that although he has a gift like none other he has seen before, that he must train. He must train to get stronger for himself, and with himself, not just while using his fruit. Why, Kakashi? Why do I have to do all that training if I'm already so... awesome. Because you can still be harmed. Look at all those other members of the... the people who ate the fruit. The ones that the guy was telling you about. Do you know how they all died? How? Because they represented arrogance. Because they had so much confidence in the fact that they couldn't be hit. And that's when they didn't focus on getting stronger themselves. Didn't focus on being able to create their own defenses. And relied entirely on their 𝘾𝙍𝙗𝙗 no Mi. So you can't do that. Because, well, you can't die, Naruto. You're too important, okay? Well, okay, Kakashi. I'll train really hard. Actually, I'll train so hard that I'll prove everyone wrong. You'll what, Naruto? I'll become Hokage. I'll become the Hokage of the Hidden Leaf Village. And at the forefront of it all, I'll create a kingdom for everyone and anyone. A land that accepts anyone for who they are. Not just because of where they came from or whether or not they're from the land of fire. Funny enough, I'll do it all by using fire. By using the abilities granted to me by the 𝘾𝙍𝙗𝙗 no Mi. I'll conquer this world. No, not conquer. I don't want to conquer. I'll make it so that everybody has peace, you know? And not by conquering it, by people actually wanting to have peace. I know that peace is hard to attain and that so many people have probably wanted it in the past, but I really want it. I really want peace. I want to create a world like that. And if it has to be through my strength being enough to fear other people into never starting wars again, I'll do that. I've never been through a war, so I can't speak on it, but yeah. Nicely said, Naruto. You think so? Absolutely. But now you gotta go out there and prove it to me. You gotta show me you can become Hokage. You can't just say it. I will. You can do anything you put your mind to, and I will do that. That's my ninja way. With that being said, some time would pass, and Naruto would become 8 years old. He developed a really good relationship with Kakashi, where they've kind of become like father and son / uncle and nephew, if you kind of catch my drift. With that being said, Naruto would enroll in the academy where he would face many struggles. Time would pass and he would go on to become 9, then 10, then 11. And that's when Kakashi decided to request that Naruto was taken out of the academy. Clearly something was wrong. He had been training Naruto every single year that Naruto was in the academy, and he couldn't quite figure out what was wrong. But whenever he would get his report cards and look at them, they were all horrible. Because he realized that the thing bringing them down was chakra control. And if that was the case, then Naruto had no place being in the academy. Kakashi could teach him how to control his chakra on his own. Naruto was easily already on the level of many Jonin in the Hidden Leaf Village. And so, Kakashi would pull him out of the academy. Which meant that Naruto would be 11 when becoming a Genin. He'd become a Genin under the watching eye of Kakashi Hatake, a ninja who Hiruzen respected to be able to watch over Naruto, not only for his connection to Naruto's father, but just for his integrity for the village and to Hiruzen. With that being said, Kakashi would go on to teach Naruto how to control his chakra to a similar way that Jiraiya did in the canon, as well as, Kakashi did in the canon as well. With that being said, Naruto would finally learn how to control his chakra as, he would bloom into an excellent ninja, now being able to use chakra to both defend himself and propel attacks by using it to physically amp his power. Now, although he couldn't do this in a massive way like, say, Sakura in Boruto could, or Tsunade in Naruto, or even Sakura in Naruto, he could do it. But with that being said, Kakashi also thought it wise to get Naruto a sword, and so he would get Naruto a blade. Naruto is familiar with using swords, but never actually had one to call his own, and now he did. Kakashi called it the Red Flame. With that being said, Naruto would go on his first mission, a B-rank mission that he would accompany Kakashi and 2 other Jonin with, or rather on. A mission to the land of Newgate, a small nation that had arisen within the Land of Fire and had wanted a peace deal between it and the Hidden Leaf Village. With that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, share the video to a friend who likes this or just anime content in general. This has been 𝙎𝙈𝙊𝙃𝙃. I hope you guys all enjoyed my take on this. This is just part 1 / the start of this series. It will become a movie eventually / soon. But yeah, this has been 𝙎𝙈𝙃𝙃. I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, share the video to a friend who likes this or just anime content in general. And with that being said, 𝙎𝙈𝙃𝙃. Oh. Now, this is where the official movie would be beginning. So what I mean by that is this should be the technical end to part 1 of what if Naruto had the 𝙎𝙎 no Mi. And we can now continue. The journey to Newgate was filled with a mix of anticipation and unease. Naruto, despite his young age, walked with determination beside Kakashi, his mentor and father figure. The 2 other Jonin, Kenta and Ryo, brought a sense of experience and confidence to the group. They were hopeful about establishing a new alliance with the village of Newgate and talked about things that Naruto had no need to care for, like bills and rent and how they're saving up for an early retirement. As they arrived at the village gates, the air was tense but calm. The village elders welcomed them with reserved smiles, leading them into the heart of Newgate. However, as the discussions progressed, it became clear that something was amiss. Something was odd, something was off. The elders' demeanor shifted from cordial to cold, their true intentions slowly surfacing. "We regret to inform you that we must cancel our treaty proposal," one of the elders announced, with a sinister grin. Kakashi's senses grew sharp, and he quickly realized the danger that they were in. "Everyone, stay alert," he warned, his voice low but firm. Without warning, the villagers revealed their true colors, launching a surprise attack. The air crackled with the sound of kunai clashing and jutsu being unleashed. Most notably, water style and fire style. Kento and Ryo were masters of water style and fire style, so those were the jutsu that they were using the most. Naruto, despite his limited experience, fought valiantly alongside his comrades. However, the odds were stacked against them. Kenta and Ryo began to become overwhelmed. "Yo, Ryo, I don't know how much longer I can hold out." "Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this." They continued to fight bravely, but were ultimately struck down, their lifeless bodies hitting the ground with a sickening thud. Naruto's heart pounded in his chest as he watched his comrades fall. Rage and despair welled up inside of him. "Kakashi-sensei!" Naruto cried out as he saw Kakashi take a severe blow, blood seeping through his clothes as his green Jonin vest turned red. The sight of Kakashi injured, and the loss of Kenta and Ryo pushed Naruto over the edge. His anger ignited the power within him, the 𝙎𝙎 no Mi's abilities awakening in a fiery blaze. His body became a conduit for molten lava, his rage fueling his every move and his destructive force. "Get away from Kakashi-sensei!" Naruto roared, his voice echoing with an otherworldly power. Everyone now paid attention, looking. Lava erupted from his body, consuming everything in its path. The villagers began to scream, but these screams were drowned out by the roar of the molten destruction. Buildings crumbled and the ground itself seemed to melt under the intense heat. Naruto's eyes burned with an unquenchable fury as he unleashed his power, leveling the entire village in a matter of moments. The only person who had really cared about Naruto in his entire life was struck down in front of him. Could you blame him? When the smoke and heat finally subsided, Naruto stood amidst the ruins, his body steaming from the exertion. The village of �々𝙗 was no more, reduced to a smoldering wasteland. His vision began to blur, and he collapsed from exhaustion, the strain of using the 𝘾𝙍𝙗𝙄𝙉 no Mi taking its toll. Kakashi, despite his injuries, managed to reach Naruto's side. He cradled the unconscious boy in his arms, his heart heavy with grief for the fallen Jonin. With great effort, he made his way back to the Hidden Leaf Village. Determined to report the devastating events to the third Hokage. In the Hokage's office, the third listened intently to Kakashi's report. His expression began to show sorrow and concern as he looked at the injured Jonin and the unconscious Naruto. This power, it's both a blessing and a curse, the third Hokage murmured, gazing at Naruto with fear and hope lingering in his eyes. We must guide him, Kakashi. Ensure that he can control this power and use it for the good of the village. Kakashi nodded, his resolve stronger than ever. I won't let him fall, Lord Third. I'll protect him and help him master this power. The third Hokage placed a hand on Kakashi's shoulder. I trust you, Kakashi. For now, rest and recover. We have much to discuss about Naruto's future. As Kakashi left the office, he glanced back at Naruto, determined to see the boy grow into a force for good. The path ahead would be challenging, but with guidance and support, Naruto would learn to harness the powers of the 𝘾𝙍𝙗𝙄𝙉 no Mi and become a powerful ninja for the Hidden Leaf Village. Naruto's life changed dramatically after the incident in �々𝙗. The devastation he caused, the loss, coupled with the loss of his comrades, left deep scars on his young heart. The third Hokage decided it was best for Naruto to take a break from missions, giving him time to heal and mentally recover, as well as train under the watchful eye of Kakashi. The first year was the hardest. Naruto's nightmares were frequent, filled with the screams and destruction of �々𝙗. Not only the screams of his comrades, but the screams of the people that he killed. Kakashi was always there, guiding him through intense training sessions to help him control his 𝘾𝙍𝙗𝙄𝙉 no Mi powers. Each session was grueling, pushing Naruto to his limits both physically and mentally. You're doing well, Naruto, Kakashi said after one particularly tough training session. They sat on a cliff overlooking the village, the setting sun casting a warm glow on each of their faces. But remember, it's not just about power. You need to control your emotions, too. Naruto began panting heavily as he nodded. I know, Kakashi-sensei. It's hard. Kakashi placed a reassuring hand on Naruto's shoulder. That's why I'm here, to help you through these things. As time passed, Naruto began to open up more during their talks. Year 2, by the way. This is year 2 of, this is when Naruto would, technically speaking, be 10 years old. Kakashi listened patiently, offering advice and sharing stories from his own past. It was during one of these talks that Naruto asked a question that had been on his mind. Kakashi-sensei, why do you care so much about me? Naruto asked one evening, the fire between them crackling softly. Kakashi looked at Naruto, and then back at the fire, which had a fish in it, like there was a fish skewered in. Kakashi's single eye reflected a deep sadness as he turned to Naruto. Because I see a lot of myself in you, and because I owe it to someone important to protect you. Year 3. One day, after an especially intense training session, Kakashi decided it was time to reveal the truth. They sat under a large tree, the air filled with the chirping of birds. Naruto, there's something you need to know, Kakashi began, his tone serious. It's time I told you about my past and yours. Kakashi took a deep breath as Naruto looked up, curiosity and apprehension in his eyes. As Kakashi drew his breath and began his story. He spoke of his time as a young ninja, his teammates Obito and Rin, and their mentor, Minato Namikaze. He told Naruto about Obito's presumed death, Rin's tragic end, and how these events shaped him. You see, Naruto, Rin and Obito were the only two people I had in my life, after my father, 𝙎𝙈𝙊𝙊𝙏𝙃, had killed himself. What? He committed seppuku? Yeah, how'd you know? I don't know, it was just a guess. Well, you see, 𝙎𝙎𝙊𝙊𝙏 had chosen his own comrades over a mission. His comrades over a mission? What exactly do you mean, Kakashi-sensei? The specifics don't matter too much, but he chose to abandon the goal of his mission, to save his comrades. You see, he believed that anyone who could turn their back on a friend or a comrade was worse than scum. I see. So why on earth would he end up committing seppuku? Did the village not celebrate him as a hero for saving lives? No, quite the opposite. Not only did 𝙎𝙎𝙊𝙊𝙏 face harsh treatment, but so too did I. I believe that seeing what he had done and how it affected the both of us drove him to do what he did. You mean the village was mean to him? Yes. Even though he saved people? Yes. How odd. If there's anything that you take away from this, it's this. Regardless of how the village would treat you, remember, anyone who would turn their back on a friend or a comrade is worse than scum. Anyways, me, Obito, and Rin were tasked with a mission. In the end, Obito, or rather, half of Obito's body, was crushed beneath a boulder, which I could not move nor break. I see. So Obito died? Yes, Obito died. Wow. That's unfortunate, Sensei. Not only that, but he gifted me his Sharingan, entrusting me to protect Rin. Soon afterwards, I had to kill Rin. You know how you house the Nine Tails? Yeah? People like you are known as 𝙎𝙈𝙊𝙃𝙃. Rin had the Three Tails deep within her. It was a ploy by the Mist Village. They wanted to use Rin as a weapon, unleashing the Three Tails on the Leaf Village. But instead of letting that happen, Rin chose her own life. I was forced to kill her. Are you alright, Kakashi-sensei? Yeah, of course I am. All of these things were back in the past. Just let me continue, alright? No more interruptions. Now, Minato-sensei was a great man, Kakashi said, his voice heavy with emotion. And he was your father, Naruto. Naruto's eyes widened in shock. My father? The fourth Hokage? Kakashi nodded. Yes. My father? The fourth Hokage? Kakashi nodded. Yes. And your mother was Kushina Uzumaki, a strong and loving woman, and the former Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails before you. They both cared for you deeply. Naruto sat in stunned silence, processing the revelation/revelations. Why didn't anyone tell me? It was to protect you, Kakashi explained. There are many who would seek to harm you because of who your parents were. But now, you're strong enough to handle the truth. Tears welled up in Naruto's eyes. So all this time, I had a family. Kakashi pulled Naruto into a rare, comforting hug. You always did, and I promise I'll protect you, Naruto. It's my way of atoning for my past sins. By the 4th year, Naruto had grown significantly. His control over the 𝘾𝙍𝙊𝙏𝙃 no Mi had improved, and he had developed newer techniques and abilities, as well as the wind-style chakra nature. He was also stronger, both physically and mentally, thanks to Kakashi's guidance and their shared bond. One morning, the 3rd Hokage summoned them. Naruto, it's time for you to join a team. I've decided to place you under Kakashi's command in Team 7. Naruto's heart swelled with pride. Thank you, Lord 3rd. Kakashi smiled beneath his mask, a proud glint in his eyes. Let's make this team the best one ever, Naruto. As Naruto prepared to meet his new teammates, he felt a sense of hope and determination. Naruto stood beside his new teammates now, Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno, as they faced Kakashi in the training field. The bell test, designed to assess their teamwork and skills, was their first challenge as Team 7. Kakashi, ever the laid-back man, dangled 2 bells before them. The goal is simple. Take these bells from me. You have until noon. Those who fail will go back to the academy. Sasuke's eyes narrowed, his determination clear. Sakura looked nervous but focused. Naruto, fueled by the training and revelations of the past 4 years, felt a burning resolve. Whatever it took, they would get those bells. As the test began, Sasuke and Sakura's individual efforts failed to face Kakashi. Naruto, however, observed his sensei's movements closely, recalling their intense training sessions. It was here that he realized that teamwork was the key, so Naruto devised a plan, bringing Sakura and Sasuke close to him. Guys, we need to work together, Naruto called out, surprising his teammates. Kakashi's sensei is too strong to take on alone. Reluctantly, Sasuke and Sakura agreed. They were in no position to disagree after all. Combining their strengths, they managed to create an opening. Naruto's 𝘾𝙍𝙊𝙏𝙃 no Mi powers created a smokescreen of heat, disorienting Kakashi long enough for Sasuke and Sakura to snatch the bells. Kakashi, impressed, nodded approvingly. Good job, everyone. You passed. Remember, those who abandon their comrades are worse than scum. The next few weeks they would spend on D-rank missions, but eventually, their first mission outside the village would take them to the Land of Waves, where they were tasked with protecting Tazuna, a bridge builder. Along the way, they encountered the deadly duo, Zabuza Momochi and Haku. During the intense battle on the bridge, Naruto's resolve was tested. Seeing Haku's fierce dedication to Zabuza, Naruto tapped into his 𝘾𝙍𝙊𝙏𝙃 no Mi powers, his body becoming a conduit of molten lava. Haku's ice mirrors melted before Naruto's fiery assault. You're strong, Haku, Naruto said, his voice steady. But I won't let you hurt my friends. The battle ended with Zabuza and Haku's defeat, but not without heavy emotions. Haku's sacrifice for Zabuza and Zabuza's subsequent remorse left a lasting impression on Naruto. I also want to be clear with something. Sasuke and Naruto in this timeline are actually pretty good friends. Let me explain. See, Naruto never spent any time in the academy, meaning that he never could have pissed Sasuke off and started making Sasuke feel annoyed by his presence. Now we know in the canon that they're still technically best friends, regardless of the fact that Naruto annoys him or pisses him off or whatever. In this timeline, Naruto meets Sasuke when he's 12 years old. This Naruto is a little bit more mature for his age, since he's been out of the village countless times and knows that he's the son of the 4th Hokage and wants to represent his will. Not only that, but he's clear and dead set on becoming Hokage, and he knows what he needs to do to get there. He's not naive and jovial all the time. Sorry. This means that he never annoys Sasuke, and their relationship is purely one of, dare I say, love, respect, kindness. The battle ended. As they returned to the village, Team 7 reported their mission to the third Hokage. "Well done," the third Hokage praised. "You've all grown remarkably." Back in the village, the anticipation for the upcoming Chunin exams loomed large. Naruto, driven by his desire to protect his friends and grow stronger, began early training with Jiraiya, the legendary Sannin. "Alright, brat," Jiraiya said with a grin. "Time to learn something your father was famous for, the Rasengan." Naruto's training was intense, filled with late nights and early mornings. Jiraiya's unorthodox methods pushed Naruto to his limits, but the young ninja's determination never wavered. During their sessions, Jiraiya noticed Naruto's growing mastery over his devil fruit powers. "You've got an interesting power there, Naruto. But remember, it's not just about strength. Control is key." The Chunin exams began with the daunting forest of death. Teams had to survive and collect scrolls while navigating the treacherous terrain. It was here that they encountered the Snake Sannin, Orochimaru, a menacing figure with dark intentions. Orochimaru's eyes gleamed with curiosity as he observed Naruto's abilities. "Such an intriguing power," he remarked, launching a fierce attack. Despite their best efforts, Team 7 was overwhelmed. With a sinister grin, Orochimaru left a curse mark on both Sasuke and Naruto. "This will be interesting," he whispered before disappearing into the shadows. Naruto's body writhed in pain, the curse mark burning with dark energy. What is this?" As he began clutching his shoulder. As for Sasuke was completely out. The next phase of the Chunin exams was the written test, designed to test their intellect and information-gathering skills. Naruto, never one for written test, felt the pressure. However, with some clever thinking and a bit of luck, he managed to pass. "I never want to do that again," Naruto muttered, relieved. Finally, the stage was set for the battles. The proctor, Hayate Gecko, stood before the assembled genin. "The first match will be Sasuke Uchiha versus Yoroi Akado," he announced, setting the tone for the intense battles to come. Naruto watched as the names of the participants appeared on the board, his heart pounding with excitement and anticipation. He was ready to prove himself and show how far he had come. Naruto accompanied. I just want to be clear that after that, after the Chunin exams, all of the events go the same. So Naruto still chases after Gaara, still uses his summoning jutsu that he still learns from Jiraiya in this timeline, just along with the summoning jutsu he learns through Rasengan, which I don't think is too much of a stretch, as he already has chakra control down at this point to a T. Anyways, all of that goes the same. Gaara is now good guy. Yeah. Naruto, accompanied by Jiraiya, set off to find Tsunade, the legendary Sannin, to recruit her as the next Hokage. Their journey was filled with adventures and challenges, but Naruto's determination never wavered. They finally found Tsunade in a small town, living up to her reputation as a heavy drinker and a very uptight gambler. She was deep in a losing streak, with sake bottles littering the table and gambling chips scattered around. When Jiraiya approached her with the proposal to return to the Hidden Leaf and become the Hokage, she practically laughed in his face. But it was bitter. "Do you really think I'd take on that responsibility? I mean, look at me," she said slightly, her eyes clouded with alcohol. "I can't even handle my own life." Naruto stepped forward. "We need you, Granny Tsunade. The village needs you." Tsunade's expression hardened. "Don't call me that, brat. And what do you know about the responsibility of being Hokage or the village. Naruto clenched his fist. I know enough to fight for what's important, and I'm not giving up on you. Despite Tsunade's initial refusal, she was drawn into a confrontation with Orochimaru and Kabuto. Orochimaru, seeking to heal his arms, attempted to persuade Tsunade with promises and threats. Excuse me. The confrontation escalated into a fierce battle. Kabuto's agility and Orochimaru's cunning made the fight intense. Naruto, Jiraiya, and Tsunade fought side by side. At one point, Kabuto incapacitated Naruto, causing Tsunade's deep-seated fear of blood to resurface. However, Naruto's words echoed in her mind, and she overcame her fear, healing Naruto and joining the fight with renewed vigor. Naruto now unleashed his powers, using the Magu no Mi to create waves of molten lava, forcing Kabuto and Orochimaru on the defensive. You think you could just threaten us? Naruto shouted, his lava-infused chakra swirling around him. Think again! With a final combined effort, they forced Orochimaru and Kabuto to retreat. Tsunade, impressed by Naruto's resolve and power, agreed to return to the Hidden Leaf and accept the role of Hokage. On their way back to the village, Tsunade told Naruto that as her first act as Hokage, she would be promoting Naruto to the rank of Chunin. Hearing plenty of good things about Shikamaru, she would also decide to promote him as well. Naruto and Jiraiya encountered Itachi and Kisame. The Akatsuki members were after Naruto, but Jiraiya stood ready to protect his student. Sasuke, driven by his quest for revenge against Itachi, also arrived at the scene. Itachi's Sharingan met Naruto's determined gaze. You have something interesting, Naruto, Uzumaki, Itachi said, referring to Naruto's newfound powers, his devil fruit powers. Kisame grinned menacingly. Let's see what the Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki can do. Naruto's unyielding unleashed his lava powers, combining them with his chakra to create a fearsome display of strength. Lava burst from his hands, forming a barrier of molten rock that forced Kisame and Itachi to retreat. We'll meet again, Naruto Uzumaki, Itachi said, vanishing into the shadows. Back in the village, the tension escalated. Sasuke didn't even have a chance to use his Chidori or anything on Sasuke or Kisame. Itachi solely focused on Naruto and his strength, not even acknowledging Sasuke besides a mere glance. As Sasuke's desire for power led him to leave the Hidden Leaf and seek out Orochimaru. The village quickly assembled a rescue team. Naruto, Neji, Shikamaru, Choji, Kiba, and Akamaru. Their mission was to bring Sasuke back before he became a traitor to the village. The team pursued Sasuke relentlessly, facing numerous obstacles and fierce battles against the Sound Four. Despite the hardships, they pressed on, driven by their bond and determination. Naruto finally caught up to Sasuke at the Valley of the End, the iconic battleground where the first Hokage and Madara Uchiha once fought. The atmosphere was charged with emotions as the two friends faced each other, each determined to follow their chosen path. Sasuke, don't do this, Naruto pleaded. Come back to the village, please. Sasuke's eyes were cold. You don't understand, Naruto. I need to defeat Itachi, and this is the only way. Their battle began with a clash of jutsu, each attack more powerful than the last. Naruto, driven by his promise to bring Sasuke back to the village, tapped into the Nine-Tails chakra and his Magu no Mi powers. The combination created a devastating new technique, the Magma Vermilion Rasengan. You're not getting away! Naruto shouted, his Rasengan glowing with molten energy. He charged at Sasuke, their jutsus colliding in a massive explosion of power. The force of the Magma Vermilion Rasengan overwhelmed Sasuke, knocking him unconscious. As for Naruto, he was exhausted and injured, but managed to carry Sasuke back to the village, tapping into his curse mark powers. Although he knew that it would have repercussions later on, he had to use it in order to make it safely back to the Leaf Village. As Naruto approached the gates of the Hidden Leaf, his strength began to give out, and he collapsed. The villagers rushed to his aid, carrying both Naruto and Sasuke to the hospital.
Naruto woke up in a hospital bed, his body aching from the intense battle. Beside him was Sasuke, chained to the bed for safety, his expression filled with mixed emotions. Kakashi entered the room, his face reflecting both relief and concern. "You really did it, Naruto. You brought him back." Naruto mustered up a weak smile. "I can't give up on him, Sensei. He's our friend, our comrade. Remember what you said?" Kakashi nodded, his eyes softening. "We'll find a way, Naruto. We'll save him." The death of the third Hokage weighed heavily on the village, but Naruto's determination and the return of Tsunade as the fifth Hokage brought hope. The village would continue to face challenges, but with Naruto's unyielding spirit, they knew that they could overcome anything. After returning to the village, Sasuke's rehabilitation began under strict supervision. He was kept under guard daily. His chakra was suppressed at all times to prevent any escape attempts, and Naruto visited him daily, determined to support his friend throughout this difficult time. At first, Sasuke was silent and withdrawn, refusing to engage in conversations with Naruto. However, Naruto's relentless optimism and unwavering support slowly began to break through Sasuke's defenses. They trained together constantly under Kakashi's watchful eye, honing their skills and rebuilding their trust. One evening, after an intense training session, Sasuke finally opened up. "Naruto," he began hesitantly, "I owe you my thanks. You saved me from a path of darkness." Naruto smiled warmly, turning to Sasuke. "We're friends, Sasuke. I'll always be there for you, so don't sweat it." Sasuke's expression turned serious. "Understand this, Naruto. If I don't see improvements, if I remain stagnant within this village, I promise you I will leave again. I need to become stronger to defeat Itachi." Naruto nodded. His resolve was unshaken, and he understood where his best friend was coming from. "Don't worry, Sasuke. We'll make this village better together. I promise you." With Tsunade as the fifth Hokage, the village entered a period of rebuilding and growth. During this time, Naruto, Sasuke, Kakashi, and Jiraiya embarked on a 4-year training journey. They visited various hidden villages, learning new techniques and understanding different cultures. As for Naruto, he gained better control over the 9 tails of chakra, accessing up to 3 tails, just like in the canon. He also mastered his Magu no Mi powers, learning to create and manipulate magma with precision. Along with that, he developed new jutsus, combining his chakra endeavor fruit abilities, becoming a formidable force in battle, and learning the wind-style chakra nature earlier in this timeline. As for Sasuke, he awakened his 3 Tomoe Sharingan, allowing him to read and anticipate movements with incredible accuracy. He also trained in advanced ninjutsu and genjutsu, enhancing his combat prowess. Along with that, he worked on his teamwork skills, learning to trust and rely on his comrades, especially those he had grown close to, like Jiraiya, Kakashi, and Naruto. As for Kakashi and Jiraiya, both of them grew stronger, pushing their limits to guide and protect their students. Jiraiya continued his research on the Akatsuki, preparing for future threats, whilst Kakashi refined his Sharingan techniques and strategized new ways to support his team, along with the realization that he had access to the Mangekyo Sharingan. During their time training, also, this is the canonical, 4-year time skip if that wasn't clear. During their time training in the Hidden Sand Village, Naruto and his friends spent significant time there, where they were warmly welcomed by Gaara. Naruto and Gaara shared a heartfelt moment reflecting on their past and their growth. "You've changed so much, Gaara," Naruto said, smiling. Gaara nodded. "Thanks to you, Naruto. You've shown me the path to redemption. Now I'm Kazekage. I'll be waiting for you to become Hokage. So don't keep me waiting." They traveled to the Hidden Mist, Hidden Cloud, and Hidden Stone villages, learning unique jutsus and cultural practices. Each village offered new challenges and opportunities, and by visiting the villages, Naruto felt like he was gaining a new understanding of his world, one that would be crucial in him becoming Hokage. These opportunities, these challenges, helped them grow both as individuals and as a team. After 4 long years of intense training and invaluable experiences, the group returned to the Hidden Leaf Village. They were greeted with admiration and respect, their reputations having grown immensely during their absence. Many wrote stories about Naruto and his unique powers. It was also documented how he completely annihilated an entire village off the face of the map at just 8 years old. Such things spread like legend, along with the legends of Sasuke and Jiraiya and even Kakashi. As they walked through the village gates, Naruto looked around him, a sense of pride swelling in his chest. "We're back," he said, smiling at his friends. Sasuke, standing beside him, looked determined. "This is just the beginning." Kakashi placed a hand on their shoulders. "You've both grown so much. The future of the Hidden Leaf looks bright." Jiraiya grinned. "Let's show the world what we've got." Naruto's return to the Hidden Leaf Village was marked by a sense of anticipation and urgency. He had grown significantly stronger during his journey with Jiraiya, yes, but peace was still fleeting. Upon arrival, he learned that Gaara, now the Kozekage of the Hidden Sand Village, had been captured by the Akatsuki, the group that was also after him. Determined to save his friend, Naruto joined a rescue team, comprising of Kakashi, Sakura, and a few elite shinobi. They raced to the Hidden Sand Village, where they found Temari and Kankuro devastated by Gaara's abduction. "We need to move quickly," Kakashi urged. "The longer we wait, the more danger Gaara is in." Naruto clenched his fist. We're not gonna let them get away with this." The team tracked Gaara's captors to the Akatsuki hideout, where they encountered formidable foes like Deidara and Sasori. The battles were intense, but Naruto's improved skills and teamwork with his comrades proved decisive. Naruto and Kakashi confronted Deidara while Sakura and Chio faced Sasori. The fights were grueling, pushing each ninja to their limits. Where was Sasuke? Well, he was on a different mission entirely. Reconnaissance, trying to track down the whereabouts of Itachi. Naruto's magma abilities, combined with his shadow clones, created a fierce spectacle, overwhelming Deidara's explosive techniques. As the dust settled, they managed to rescue Gaara, but not without cost. Kakashi sustained serious injuries, leaving him incapacitated. Naruto was beside himself with worry, but Gaara's safe return provided a little bit of solace. Back in the Hidden Sand Village, Gaara expressed his gratitude. "Thank you, Naruto. You've saved me once again." Naruto smiled, though concern lingered in his eyes. "That's what friends are for, Gaara. But this isn't over yet." With Kakashi recovering, Tsunade formed a new Team 7. Yamato, an experienced Anbu captain, was assigned to the team as the team leader. Sai, a mysterious and aloof ninja from the Foundation, joined them as well. Now you might be asking, why on earth is Sai able to join their team if they still have Sasuke? Well, I believe that Danzo is going to have pushed for it heavily and applied pressure on Tsunade for someone like Sai to join their team, and also because they had a mission coming up that was going to be very important for them to succeed in. Their mission was to investigate the Tenchi Bridge, where a spy reportedly had information on Orochimaru's whereabouts. Naruto was eager but wary, knowing that Sasuke might be involved. On the bridge they encountered Kabuto, Orochimaru's right-hand man. The confrontation quickly escalated, and Orochimaru himself appeared taunting Naruto. "Still chasing after Sasuke, are we?" Orochimaru sneered. "You'll never reach him." "I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Sasuke's fine." Fury erupted within Naruto, and the Nine Tails' of chakra surged forth. A grotesque transformation took place, blending his devil fruit powers with the Nine Tails' chakra. Naruto's body morphed into a terrifying four-tailed state. His arm twisted into a magma-covered wing. The wing? The curse mark power that Orochimaru had placed on him 4 years ago. Yamato struggled to contain Naruto's rampage as he attacked Orochimaru with unparalleled ferocity. The landscape was scorched and shattered, reflecting Naruto's inner turmoil. "Orochimaru, I'll destroy you!" Naruto roared, his voice a mix of his own beast. Yamato managed to suppress the transformation using his wood release, but the damage was done. Orochimaru, amused and slightly battered. Wow, my oh my. It's been a while since I've seen Sasuke, but I'm willing to bet that you've even surpassed him. You far outsurpassed my expectations of you, Uzumaki Naruto. You may very well be a viable vessel. With that, he retreated alongside Kabuto. This is only the beginning, Naruto, Orochimaru taunted as he disappeared into smoke. Back in the village, Naruto was haunted by his loss of control. Kakashi, now recovered from his injuries, began training him to harness his powers more effectively. They enlisted Yamato to help control the 9 tails of chakra and focused on advancing techniques using shadow clones. Meanwhile, the Akatsuki's activities intensified. Hidan and Kakuzu, 2 fearsome members, began capturing Jinchuriki across the lands, most notably the 2 tails. The Hidden Leaf formed a strategy to counter the threat, with Naruto and his team at the forefront of this. The training sessions were very grueling, but also very necessary. Naruto developed new strategies and techniques, including perfecting the Rasengan and integrating his magma abilities with his wind chakra to create a Rasen magma shuriken. One evening, after a particularly exhausting session, Naruto sat with Kakashi and Yamato. Kakashi-sensei, I need to get stronger. I can't let the Akatsuki or Orochimaru win, Naruto said. Kakashi nodded. You will, Naruto. We're all in this together. The missions and training continued, each day pushing Naruto and his friends to their limits. Finally, after several intense encounters and narrow escapes, they managed to neutralize the immediate threat of Hidan and Kakuzu. Hidan is defeated the exact same way as he is in the canon. Shikamaru's absolutely incredible moment. I want to say bad ASS, but I don't want this video to get demonetized at all because I spent a lot of time working on it. Like, it's only going to be like an hour or so long, but like I spent like a lot of like days working on this and procrastinated too much for me to let this video not get monetized. Returning to the Hidden Leaf village, they reported to Tsunade. The Akatsuki's plans are more dangerous than we thought, Yamato said. Tsunade sighed, the weight of leadership heavy on her shoulders. We need to stay vigilant. Good work, all of you. Naruto, exhausted but resolute, looked around at his comrades. They had grown stronger together, and he knew that the battles ahead would require every ounce of their strength. We'll protect this village no matter what, he declared, and his friends echoed his sentiment. The Hidden Leaf was bustling with its usual activity, but an underlying tension permeated the air. The Akatsuki's threat loomed large, and everyone was on high alert. As for Naruto and Sasuke, they continued their rigorous training outside of the village, knowing that their enemies were closing in. One evening, as the sun set over the village, Naruto and Sasuke sparred in the training grounds, their movements swift and powerful. Sasuke smirked. You've gotten stronger, Naruto, but don't think for a second that I'll go easy on you. Naruto grinned. Bring it on, Sasuke. I'm not holding back either. The peace was short-lived, and it was shattered when a messenger from the Hidden Rain village arrived, bringing grave news. Jiraiya, Naruto's mentor and one of the legendary Sonic, has been killed by Pain during a reconnaissance mission. Naruto and Sasuke sat in Tsunade's office, the weight of the news heavy on their hearts. Naruto clenched his fist, tears streaming down his face. He's really gone? Naruto's voice was barely a whisper. Tsunade nodded, her own eyes filled with sorrow. Jiraiya fought bravely, but Pain was too powerful. Sasuke, though stoic, felt a deep pang of loss. Jiraiya had been a mentor to Naruto, and his death struck a chord within him. Jiraiya-sensei, Sasuke said under his breath, also barely above a whisper. As the two left the Hokage office, they spent some time alone. As Naruto's chakra began to bubble up, Nine Tails chakra began to appear rapidly around his body. As Sasuke, began backing up from Naruto. Naruto! Get a hold of yourself! Naruto continued to slowly lose control as Sasuke continued to walk him through it. I understand the pain, Naruto. I spent 4 years with Pervy Sage, just like you. And listen, while I can't speak to it completely, he was my mentor as well. And it makes me want to kill them, get revenge, destroy everything. But you have to calm down. Now isn't the time. Let's get stronger together. Let's fight pain, okay? We'll bring him down for Sensei. But you need to control yourself. Naruto began to ease up as he slowly reeled back in the Nine Tails chakra. The fight with pain. Naruto and Sasuke were out of the village on a short mission, as they ended up arriving in the village far too late. When they had, everything was in ruin. What is this? Naruto and Sasuke engaged the various paths of pain. Their teamwork was impeccable. Naruto used his magma abilities to create barriers and launch devastating attacks, while Sasuke's Sharingan allowed him to predict the movements of the paths of pain. Amidst the chaos, they encountered Kakashi's dead body. He had fought bravely against the Deva path. Despite his best efforts, Kakashi was struck down, his body lying lifelessly to the ground. Naruto and Sasuke watched in horror as their mentor and friend was killed. The sight fueled their determination, but the Deva Path's power was overwhelming. The Deva Path unleashed a powerful Shinra Tensei, sending Naruto and Sasuke crashing into the ground. They struggled to rise, but the Deva Path's gravitational powers held them down. You two are strong, but you cannot defeat me, the Deva Path intoned. Naruto gritted his teeth. We won't give up. We'll protect our village. At this point, they were now pinned down to the ground with rods. Just like in the original canon timeline, Naruto's pinned down with rods. Now Naruto and Sasuke are pinned down with chakra rods. As the Deva Path prepared to deliver a finishing blow, Hinata appeared on the battlefield, her Byakugan activated and her resolve unwavering. Naruto-kun! Sasuke-kun! She cried, rushing to their side. The Deva Path glanced at her dismissively. Another one to fall. Hinata stood defiantly, facing the Deva Path. I won't let you hurt them. Naruto, struggling to move, looked at Hinata. Hinata, get out of here, it's too dangerous. Hinata shook her head, tears in her eyes but determination in her voice. No, Naruto-kun. You told me to never give up, and I won't. I love you, Naruto-kun. With that, she launched herself at the Deva Path, fighting with all her might. Despite her bravery, she was quickly overwhelmed and struck down. Naruto's heart began to pound in his chest. Beating, rage and sorrow mingling in his heart. Hinata! The sight of Hinata's sacrifice pushed Naruto over the edge. The Nine Tails' chakra erupted from him, merging with his magma powers in the curse mark. His body twisted and morphed, taking on a fearsome, almost demonic form. A massive explosion of magma and chakra enveloped the area, forcing everyone to retreat. Naruto's transformation was terrifying, his eyes glowing red, his skin darkened a pale gray, with magma and tails of chakra whipping all around him. Sasuke struggled to stand up. As in Naruto's display, he had completely melted the chakra rods that had pierced him. As he watched Naruto in awe and fear, he realized that his own Mangekyo Sharingan had been activated. Through seeing both Kakashi and someone precious, sort of, to him, Hinata, die right in front of him, it couldn't be helped. Quickly, he grabbed Hinata's body and rushed out of the area. The Deva Path seemed momentarily taken aback. What power? Naruto, now a force of nature, charged at the Deva Path with unrelenting fury. His attacks were devastating, combining the raw destructive power of magma with the ferocity of the Nine Tails. The ground melted and cracked under his assault, and the Deva Path struggled to defend against the onslaught. Naruto's roars echoed through the battlefield, a mix of human and beastly. In the midst of the chaos, Naruto's consciousness wavered. Inside his mind, he felt himself face to face with Minato, his father. "Naruto," Minato said, his voice calm and soothing. "You need to control this power. Remember who you are." Naruto at this point had entered his 8-stage transformation, with a gigantic curse mark wing sticking out of him and magma surrounding the gigantic Shibaku Tensei. Naruto's tears streaming down his face, nodded. "Dad, I can't lose control. I have to protect them." Minato smiled. "I believe in you, Naruto. Let me help you." With that, Minato repaired the seal, stabilizing Naruto's chakra. The transformation subsided, leaving Naruto exhausted but in control. With Naruto's transformation stabilized, the Deva Path began a long, solemn speech about the nature of hatred and suffering. Sasuke had now returned to Naruto's side, seeing that he had gotten control of his powers. "Hatred is a force that binds us all," the Deva Path began. "A cycle of pain and vengeance that has existence for generations. I have suffered and suffered more than you can imagine. I have seen my friends die, my village destroyed, my hopes shattered. This world only knows pain. And so, I sought to bring peace through understanding, to make the world understand pain as I have." Naruto, catching his breath, listened intently. "Understanding pain won't bring peace. It will only bring more hatred." Pain continued, his voice unwavering. "Hatred breeds hatred. War breeds war. And through this endless cycle, the only way to bring about peace is to control it. To become a god who can dictate peace through fear and suffering." Sasuke, his Mangekyo Sharingan activated by the death of Hinata and the loss of Jiraiya and Kakashi, stepped forward. "That kind of peace is an illusion. True peace comes from understanding and cooperation, not through fear." Pain's eyes bore into Sasuke's. "You think you can understand my pain? You think your ideals can change the world? You are naive." Naruto clenched his fist. "Maybe we are, but we believe in a better future. We believe in each other and we won't give up." Naruto, now focused and determined, resumed his fighting against the Deva Path. This time, Sasuke joined him, their combined efforts beginning to overwhelm Pain. Naruto unleashed an older technique, the Magma Vermilion Rasengan, which he hadn't used since the Valley of the End. A devastating blend of magma and chakra. The attack struck the Deva Path with incredible force, shattering its defenses. Now you might be wondering, why would Naruto use a Magma Vermilion Rasengan? As in, like, why would Naruto, if he just lost control with the Nine Tails Chakra and had Minato have to, like, retighten the seal, access the Nine Tails Chakra? Well, it's only because he lost control. And, like, don't get me wrong, he's still absolutely, like, torn apart by the death of Hinata and, like, Kakashi and Jiraiya and whatnot. But right now he's composed and able to fight the Deva Path alongside Sasuke. He sees Sasuke and how Sasuke is taking it and is kind of just pulling through. The attack struck the Deva Path with incredible force, shattering its defenses. The Deva Path collapsed and Naruto and Sasuke, battered and bruised, stood victorious. "We did it, Naruto," Sasuke said, breathing heavily. Naruto nodded, looking around at the devastation. "It's not over yet. We need to find the real Pain." Following the battle, Naruto and Sasuke tracked the chakra signals to a hidden location outside the village. They found Nagato, the true leader of the Akatsuki, weakened and connected to a massive mechanical structure. Nagato looked at them with weary eyes. "So you've come. What do you intend to do now?" Nagato coughed up some blood. Naruto's eyes softened as he recounted his tragic past, the loss of his friends, and his vision for a world without war. Naruto listened intently, his heart heavy with empathy. "I understand your pain," Naruto said quietly. "But this isn't the way. we can find another path to peace. Sasuke, standing beside Naruto, nodded in agreement. We've seen enough suffering. It's time for a change. Nagato, moved by their words and determination, decided to place his faith in them. Perhaps you are right. I will trust you with my future, then. With the future of the shinobi world. With his remaining strength, Nagato used the Rene rebirth technique, channeling his life force to revive all the fallen shinobi in the Hidden Leaf Village. As the energy flowed from his body, Nagato's expression softened. A look of peace replacing his previous anguish. Konan, Nagato's loyal companion, watched with tears in her eyes. Nagato. Nagato gave her a faint smile. Konan, they are the future. You must trust them. As the technique completed, Nagato collapsed, lifeless. Naruto and Sasuke stood in silence. Naruto placed a hand on Nagato's shoulder. Thank you. We'll honor your sacrifice. Konan, still emotional, approached them. Nagato believed in you. Please bring about the change you dreamed of. Naruto nodded. We will. Naruto, Sasuke, and Konan returned to the Hidden Leaf Village. The sight was almost surreal. Shinobi who had fallen in battle were now stirring, alive, and confused. Even Kakashi had no idea what transpired. The village, though damaged, was filled with hope and renewed determination. Tsunade, now awake and recovering, greeted them. You did it. You saved the village. Naruto smiled, though his eyes held the weight of all they had lost. We couldn't have done it without everyone's help. Sasuke, standing beside him, added, This is just the beginning. We have to work together to build a better future, a better village. As the village began to rebuild, Naruto and Sasuke stood side by side to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Next on the agenda, Itachi. The moon hung high in the sky, casting a silver glow over the rocky terrain where Naruto and Sasuke stood. The air was thick with anticipation and tension as they faced Itachi Uchiha, the brother Sasuke had sought out for so long. Itachi's eyes, those legendary Sharingan, bored to Sasuke's with a mixture of sorrow and determination. So it has come to this, Sasuke. I see that you finally have strong enough eyes. Who did you lose? None of that matters, Itachi. As Sasuke's grip on his blade tightened. I've waited for this moment. This time it ends. Naruto, standing beside Sasuke, nodded. We're going to get answers, Itachi. And we'll do whatever it takes to find the truth, even if it means ending you. The fight began with a flurry of shuriken and kunai, clashing metal echoing through the night. Sasuke and Itachi exchanged blows, their movements a blur of speed and precision. Naruto, using his newfound power, supported Sasuke with powerful jutsus and his Sage Mode. I want to be clear that Naruto did learn Sage Mode in this timeline, that's why he arrived late in the village. Itachi's voice was calm and steady as he fought. You've become stronger, Sasuke, but strength alone won't bring you victory. Sasuke's eyes flared with the intensity of his hatred and determination. I don't just want strength, Itachi. I want the truth. As the battle raged on, Itachi began to weave intricate genjutsu, drawing both Naruto and Sasuke into surreal worlds. Here, time slowed, and Itachi's voice echoed around them. It's time you learned the truth, Sasuke, Itachi said, his voice carrying a mix of sadness and resolve. The truth about our clan, our family, and my actions. The illusion shifted, revealing scenes from their past. Itachi showed Sasuke the night of the Uchiha massacre, the secret meetings, and the pressure from the higher-ups, specifically Danzo within the village. The Uchiha were planning a coup d'etat, Itachi explained. I was ordered by the village elders to eliminate them to prevent a civil war. I chose to carry out the mission to protect the village and, most importantly, to protect you. Sasuke's eyes widened. You did it all for me? Itachi nodded. I couldn't bear to see you caught in the crossfire. I wanted you to be seen as a hero, to live a life free from the shadows of our clan's sins. Naruto watched silently, feeling the weight of the revelation. Itachi, you sacrificed everything. The genjutsu faded, and they were back in the rocky clearing. Itachi, weakened from the intense battle and how much chakra he had drained, in the effort of revealing the truth, stumbled. Sasuke, tears streaming down his face, caught him. Itachi smiled weakly. I wanted you to be strong enough to make your own decisions, to find your own path. But now it's time for me to give you my final gift. Itachi reached out and placed his fingers on Sasuke's forehead. With this, you'll have the strength you need. The eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Sasuke's eyes widened as he felt the power surge through him. Itachi's eyes transferred into his, the pain and sorrow of his brother becoming a part of him. Live on, Sasuke, Itachi whispered. Protect the village and your friends. With those final words, Itachi's body went limp and he fell into Sasuke's arms. The night was silent. The weight of the moment was heavy on their hearts. Weeks passed and the news of Itachi's death and the truth behind the Uchiha massacre spread throughout the village. Konan, having killed Danzo, had left a power vacuum in the Hidden Leaf's leadership. It was decided that Kakashi would attend the Five Kage Summit in his place. Now you might be wondering, Tsunade woke and was not in a coma. Why is she not at the summit? Well, she's still all super Grandma E right now, and like Grandma E, that's not even actually a word, but you know what I mean. Like she's like very old looking and stuff, and like doesn't have a lot of her chakra left. So Danzo was appointed 6th Hokage, and then obviously Danzo died, so Kakashi is like standing Hokage right now. Naruto and Sasuke, now stronger and more united than ever, accompanied Kakashi to the summit. As they traveled, they discussed the weight of their newfound knowledge and the path that laid ahead. Sasuke looked at Naruto, his eyes now holding the power of the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Naruto, thank you for standing by me. I'll protect the village just as Itachi wanted. Naruto smiled, his determination unwavering. We'll do it together, Sasuke. We'll honor his memory and work towards peace. The Five Kage took place in the Land of Iron, a neutral territory covered in snow and ice. The tension in the air was palpable as the leaders of the 5 great nations gathered to discuss the threat of the Akatsuki. Kakashi stood tall, representing the Hidden Leaf, with Naruto and Sasuke by his side as they entered the Grand Hall. The other Kage turned to face them, curiosity and suspicion in their eyes. Tsunade, recently recovered and now in full support of her village, had briefed them thoroughly. Via pigeon, of course. Kakashi would then yell out, "Remember, this summit is crucial. We must show strength and unity." The Raikage, A, was the first to speak. The Akatsuki have been a menace for too long. It's time we put an end to their plans. Gaara, the Kazekage, nodded in agreement. We must work together to protect our villages. Cooperation seems to be our only option. Mei Terumi, the Mizukage, and Onoki, the Tsuchikage, voiced their concerns and support, agreeing to form a united front against the Akatsuki. As the discussions continued, Madara Uchiha appeared. Everyone in the room turned to look. Well. If it isn't the 5 Kage. I can't lie, I wasn't expecting to see your face, Kakashi. Kakashi paused for a moment, stunned. As Madara, quote-unquote Madara, obviously as Obito, continued. I'm here to announce something. Starting in 3 days will be the 4th Great Ninja War. Madara would then appear, making a small comment about both Naruto and Sasuke. The current Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, and the last Uchiha. What an odd combination. Kakashi, sensing the determination in his students, addressed the summit. We will stand together as one. The Hidden Leaf will fight alongside our allies to ensure the safety and future of our world. With the summit concluded, the leaders returned to their villages, preparing for the inevitable conflict. Naruto and Sasuke, now stronger and more united than ever, knew that the path ahead would be challenging, but they also knew that together they could overcome any obstacle. As they stood at the gates of the Hidden Leaf, looking out of the village they had sworn to protect, they made a silent vow to honor the memories of those they had lost, to fight for the future of their world, and to stand together no matter what challenges lay ahead. The tension in the air was palpable as the Hidden Leaf village prepared for the Fourth Great Ninja War. The allied shinobi forces were formed, uniting the 5 great nations and smaller villages against the looming threat of the Akatsuki and the mysterious figure known as Madara Uchiha. Naruto and Sasuke, standing on the precipice of an unprecedented conflict, trained rigorously. With Sasuke's eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and Naruto's mastery of his Nine Tails' chakra, they were more formidable than ever. Yes, he now has access to KCM-1. Their bond, forged through battles and revelations, was now unbreakable. At the headquarters of the allied shinobi forces, leaders from each village gathered. Tsunade, Gaara, Ei, Mei, and Oniki stood together, their faces grim but determined. Alongside them were their trusted shinobi, including Kakashi, Naruto, and Sasuke. Tsunade addressed the assembly. "We stand united against a common enemy. The Akatsuki and Madara Uchiha seek to plunge the world into chaos. But together, we will thwart their plans and protect our future." Gaara, now Kazekage and a close friend of Naruto's, spoke. "We must set aside our differences. The enemy is powerful and relentless, but with our combined strength, we will prevail." The other Kage nodded in agreement, their resolve clear. The allied shinobi forces were divided into several divisions, each tasked with specific roles in the upcoming battles. Kakashi was appointed commander of the 3rd Division, while Naruto and Sasuke were placed on the front lines to lead the charge against the enemy. The first skirmishes erupted as the allied shinobi forces clashed with the White Zetsu army, clones created by Madara to overwhelm their numbers. The battlefield stretched across vast terrains from dense forests to open plains. Naruto, with his newfound control of the Nine Tails' chakra, created numerous shadow clones to aid in the fight. The clones enhanced with his chakra. Yes, he has access to the multi-shadow clone jutsu, of course, and they were formidable opponents, cutting through the White Zetsus with precision and power. Sasuke, wielding the power of the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, unleashed devastating attacks. His Amaterasu flames incinerated enemies, while his Susanoo shielded his comrades from attacks. The bond between Naruto and Sasuke was evident. As they fought side by side, their movements synchronized and deadly, something that could only be achieved through countless years of training side by side. As the battle raged on, Kabuto Yakushi, now allied with Madara, used the forbidden Edo Tensei Jutsu to resurrect powerful shinobi from the past. Among them were Itachi Uchiha and Nagato. Itachi, free from Kabuto's control thanks to his willpower and Sasuke's influence, sought out his brother and Naruto. Nagato too broke free and joined them. Together they confronted Kabuto in a remote cave. Itachi, Sasuke, and Naruto together again. Kabuto sneered. "This will be interesting." The battle was fierce. Kabuto's mastery of Sage Mode made him a formidable opponent, but Itachi's intelligence and the combined strength of Naruto and Sasuke proved overwhelming. Using the Izanami, a powerful genjutsu, Itachi trapped Kabuto in an endless loop, forcing him to undo the Edo Tensei and see the error of his ways. With Kabuto's defeat, Itachi shared a final moment with his brother. "Remember, Sasuke, you are the one who will shape the future of the Uchiha clan and the village. Trust in your friends and protect what is precious to you." Nagato too had words of wisdom. "Naruto, the path to peace is fraught with challenges, but I believe in you. Carry the will of the Uzumaki and the Rinnegan." The tide of the war shifted as Madara himself entered the battlefield. His power was overwhelming, a force of nature that decimated entire divisions of the allied shinobi forces. Using his Rinnegan and the power of the Ten Tails, Madara aimed to bring about this infinite Tsukiyomi, and as fast as possible. A genjutsu that would trap the world in an illusion. Naruto and Sasuke, along with other Kage, confronted Madara. The battle was intense, with each side pushing their limits. Madara's mastery of the Rinnegan and his ability to use the Susanoo made him a nearly invincible opponent. Amid the chaos, Naruto and Sasuke fought with everything they had. Naruto, tapping into the full power of the Nine Tails, unleashed devastating attacks. Sasuke, with his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, countered Madara's moves with precision and strategy. In the midst of the battle, Naruto and Sasuke were transported to another plane of existence. There they met Hagoromo Otsutsuki and the Sage of Six Paths. He revealed the true history of the shinobi world, the origins of chakra, and the conflict between his sons Asura and Indra. "You two are the reincarnations of my sons," Hagoromo explained. "Naruto, you will inherit the will of Asura. Sasuke, you carry the inherent strength of Indra. Together you must stop Madara and bring peace to the world." With Hagoromo's blessing, Naruto and Sasuke received new powers. Naruto gained the Six Path Sage mode, enhancing his ability to unprecedented levels. Sasuke awakened the Rinnegan, granting him access to new techniques and powers. Returning to the battlefield, Naruto and Sasuke, now imbued with the power of the Sage of Six Paths, confronted Madara once more. Their combined might was awe-inspiring, pushing Madara to his limits. Madara, realizing the extent of their power, attempted to complete the ritual to become the 10-tailed Jinchuriki. However, he was betrayed by Black Zetsu, who revealed himself to be the will of Kaguya Otsutsuki, the progenitor of Chakra. Kaguya's resurrection marked a new level of danger. Her powers beyond comprehension, her abilities far surpassing those of Madara, Naruto, Sasuke, and their allies fought desperately to stop her. In a battle that spanned dimensions, Naruto and Sasuke, with the help of Sakura and Kakashi, managed to seal Kaguya. The teamwork and trust they had built over the years were crucial in their victory. As Kaguya was sealed, the world began to stabilize, the infinite Tsukiyomi was undone, and those trapped in the illusion were freed. The war, which had brought so much pain and suffering, was finally coming to an end. Returning to the Hidden Leaf, Naruto and Sasuke stood side by side, reflecting on the journey that they had taken since they were 12 years old, the war that had cost them dearly, and also how they had forged unbreakable bonds and brought about a new era of peace. The allied shinobi forces disbanded and each village began the process of rebuilding, each affected in different ways from the Fourth Great Ninja War. Naruto and Sasuke, now heroes, were determined to protect the peace they had fought so hard to achieve. Sasuke, having to come to terms with his past and the truth about Itachi, decided to travel the world, seeking to understand more about himself and the shinobi. Naruto, with his unwavering resolve, continued to strive for peace and justice and to become the Hokage, vowing that when Sasuke returned, he would be Hokage. The legacy of the Fourth Great Ninja War and the sacrifices made by so many would never be forgotten. Naruto as the 7th Hokage, and Sasuke as his right-hand man, having endured countless trials and tribulations, remained steadfast in their commitment to protect the future. As the sun set over the Hidden Leaf Village, a new generation of shinobi prepared to forge their own paths, guided by the lessons and experiences of those who had come before them. The story of Naruto and Sasuke was far from over, but the peace they had fought for was a testament to their unwavering will and the bonds that held them together. This has been ramiX. I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. Please let me know if you want to see more videos crossing over ideas, like, say, what if Naruto had lost his powers or something like that. With that being said, this has been ramiX. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, share the video to a friend who likes what ifs or anime content in general. Become a member if you can. Join the Discord server. Subscribe to the channel. This has been ramiX, road to 30K, and ramiX. Out.